concrete today. We have a bunch of sealing jobs that we need to do. We did 3 stamp jobs this week, and we need to get final sealer on them before the weekend. So we're going to take today and do saw cutting and sealing. Here is the wood plank stamp that we did yesterday. All dried. So now I just have to give it a cleaning, a saw cutting, and a cleaning. Now this was dripping on the patio yesterday, so we put this liner here. So that's how much it dripped overnight. Not a lot of water. So I just have to color that little spot. Maybe we'll get some tape on that and seal that up and take care of that. So 1 cut down the middle each way, and we'll get some final steps on this.
Right here.
Yep. Saw cut, and we just leaf blew it off right now. If we hit a saw cut in the seam, you can't even see it's there. So right down that. If we sealed it now, in a month, in 6 months, you'd see a white streak right here. That the dust from the saw is still there. It needs scrubbed off. If we would seal it, it would look good for a little bit. We'd get paid, we'd leave, and we'd get a phone call. Hey, this doesn't look good. There's a white streak going right down here. So that needs scrubbed off. And I'll take care of that. So we just hooked up a hose to it. I didn't think of that yesterday. I should have done that yesterday. Hook up a hose to it. If it would hit the concrete, then it would mark it there. We could have tied it up somehow. That would have been a good idea to do yesterday. And then I wouldn't have to make that little repair. But it is what it is. So just fully saturate it. It's a small patio. We don't need a pressure washer. So once I get it all wet, just giving it a scrub with a broom. Now you can kind of see a residue coming off in the concrete. That's what we want to get off of there. You can see how the storm gray stays behind. Like this needs all scrubbed right there. That stuff we want to get off. Alright, we'll do a cleaning and I'll show you in the end. Up here, you can see this white residue that shows up once we get water on it. This all needs scrubbed off, and look how easy it comes off. If we seal on top of that, that's what it's going to look like under the sealer. Put some storm gray and I rubbed it into that little area. I just put it on the wet concrete, the dry powder, no liquid release. Just kind of blended it all the way to the seam, all the way to the step. We'll let that dry, get a coat of sealer on it. 6 more to go. Put a corner cut on our aprons. That one's a little bit too far away. Right there, 2 feet and 2 feet is usually where we go. You can avoid that. So we came over to this pool area. We did not do this work originally. Steve put a coat of sealer on it 2 years ago for the homeowner, and they called him to do another coat now. We were talking about adding color, and once I saw it, I just had a conversation with her. The color is underneath the sealer, but it's just faded. So you can see as Steve dusts on just a fresh coat of our Butterfield Clear Guard Pro 350 with gator grip, how it just brings that back to life. Really don't need to add any color to that. There was a shade line where the cover comes out to, the winter cover. So this gets exposed to winter, so of course it's a different color, just a slight different color. But a coated sealer helps blend all that and take care of it. Just running a shield down, not to get sealer slopped all over everything. Hard getting underneath that lip. But you can see how 2 guys, much easier than 1.
So much easier.
So much easier. So now he just has to do the main body. And again, this will dry real fast. We'll put on 2 light coats. Get out of your way, Steve. More pressure. Okay, so that's looking real nice. It's nice to have the pool pump operating when we're doing this. We're getting a little bit of overspray in the pool, and it just lays on top of the water. If the pump was going, it would take that all out to the filter. Keep it to a minimum. Okay, home stretch down this side. Pretty easy project. This is number 3, heading to number 4 shortly. That area is all done, just a light coat, drying real nice. Almost looks brand new again. So Steve's just going to hang out here for a minute and give it a real light second coat. I'm going to get on down the road. See you in a couple minutes. To appear that we do not have our issues here at TSH. We poured this driveway last year, and we added a curb along the back side. There's about a 2-foot drop to the neighbor's property, so we did this wedge curb, and I didn't have very much fall from one end to the other. It's heading forward, but only maybe 2 inches, 3 inches over 44 feet. So I came back with a chop saw and a grinder. I just cut a wedge in the curb. This was puddling. You can see the puddle line came out to about here. It was just gathering debris. So we made a wedge cut. I think it turned out pretty good. And that'll relieve some of that water into that hillside that's covered with number 3 rock, river rock. It won't erode the hillside away. It's only a little bit of water, and the rest of it's going to head on out that way. So that's what I came up with to fix that problem. Let's head back and seal this patio. It was all cleaned. The sprinklers kicked on right before we got here, so we had to dry it up a little bit, which helped us. We got a little bit more dirt off of it. Look at all the chipmunk holes underneath there. So I'm going to leave the camera with Steve and Matt, and we're going to go to our next project and get started. This will be real slow, rolling around all these objects and then a light spray in the middle. Most of it's going to get rolled. All right, you got it?
Tight areas here and over here. Matt's going to roll for me. You sure I can't spray in there, Matt? What is that, 12 inches?
It's a little tight back here.
So he's going to take care of that for me. I'm going to start spraying out over here. Get all this looking fresh. Okay, so there it is, all sealed up. As you can see, we took our time and shielded it around all the stonework. Made sure we shield the grill real good. Hit the faces. Hey, keep it down. Matt's hammering the lid back on since he had to roll in between the hot tub for me. So this one's all good. Off to the next one.
So this is in a plan that we work in. We did not do this work originally, but over the years we've been sealing it and treating it. concrete bullnose edge going around the pool. A little time consuming. The guys have to roll it, getting underneath there without getting it on the liner. No easy task. So we spray the edges, spray the middle after they're done rolling. You can see how that sealer just brings it right back to life. Everybody always asks me, do we need to add color to the concrete to make it look good again? And usually not. Usually not. You know, here it is, untreated. And then here it is with the coat of, oops, sorry Steve, with a coat of sealer on it. So it brings the color back out of the concrete. We have a couple different sprayers going. This one's half unsealed and half sealed. Looking good. Okay, there it is, all sealed, drying nicely. Show you some of the pool area. I won't be able to get to that back patio. See how it just brings the color out real nice? Good to go for the summer. Okay, I think we have 2 left. Let's go get them done. Last project for today. Remember, we saw cut and cleaned this morning. I recolored underneath the hose bib. Now I just have to apply the sealer. Okay, so lots of pressure in my sprayer. And this has traction control in it. So always give that a shake. Driving from the last job, it may have settled a little bit. Same as always, 2 light coats. Just brings it to life.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good. I just saw the truck out front.
How you like it?
Oh, it looks great.
Good. Last look, second coat of sealer is all done. Take this one off the list. As always, thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. Fun day. We got I don't know, 6 or 7 projects 100% done, and we're ready to start the next week. See you soon.